Okay, we're on live. All right. I hope everyone can see me or hear me. I am. This is my first time broadcasting. Um, okay. Now, can you? I hope everyone can hear me. I am attempting to go live here, and I hope you guys can see me. Um, right now, we're trying to make sure that everyone can see what's going on. And let's see what happens. Um, hope you guys enjoying what's going on. And okay, so we are live. Let's see what happens. We are live. Hold on. Hope you guys enjoying what's going on. And okay, so we are live. Let's see what happens. We are live. Hold on. Hope you guys enjoying what's going on. Okay. So this is my first live stream. Looking forward to hopefully getting more people to come on board. Right now, just going through the motions right now. I hope you guys are like checking this out. Like I said again, I'm still like learning this as I go. Welcome to my first ever review of cosplay and props. And basically, this live feed is for first time ever. First time ever live feed that I'm doing to talk about cosplay and to talk about anything that anybody wants to ask me and what have you. Basically, I'm your host, Eric the Smoke Moran. And basically, like I said again, we are going live right now. I'm going to be talking about a couple things. A couple things like cosplay costumes, people who I recommend. I'm going to be talking about two companies today in particular, some recommendations. Also, I'm going to talk about Comic-Con appearances, upcoming fan films, and how some of you out there can get a chance to be able to get a walk-on role for some of my fan films that I'm going to be filming this year. And about cosplay and anything else you guys want to possibly ask, this is an opportunity that you guys can get a chance to ask me and everything. So, like I said again, this is the first time going live, so anything is possible, anything can happen. And like I said, I'm in my little back cave or my headquarters here where all the magic happens. We're basically prop making and playing video games and everything. At first, I didn't think I was going to be on tonight because of the fact that I was a little bit under the weather. I wasn't feeling that great. I took a lot of NyQuil this morning, slept, took a nice hot shower to get myself freshed up, to get ready for this, because I'm doing this for you guys. Again, this is my first time doing live streaming, so you guys had to bear with me because this is a lot of fun for me, being able to talk to you guys and let you guys know anything that you guys want to know about cosplaying and what have you. This is an opportunity to ask. If the questions don't get through, you can always ask me on my PM on my personal page, and you can PM me on Facebook, and I'll be able to answer your questions just in case I'm not able to jump on to see your questions here on YouTube, because again, this is my first time putting this together, and I'm trying to make this work for everyone. So special shout out to Kenneth and Angel and let's see, Norman and a whole bunch of other cats out there, especially the PLC cosplay family, Brian Gregory, of course, my wife, Adia Cosplay, Jamila, Lady J Cosplay, Sean, basically my whole Philly crew, New York crew, Maryland crew, the whole nine. I basically like to try to give a shout out as much as possible, acknowledge a lot of people that have been there for me and supporting me. And I want to thank all of you guys out there for definitely for showing the support and love and everything else. Now, to get started, one of the reviews I want to like to talk about today is the first one I'm going to do is Heroes in Tights. Heroes in Tights I've been working with now for the last almost, you could say almost like going on like close to 10 years. It's founded by Norman Antonio, and he's based out in Canada. A lot of my costumes that you've seen, like my Earth 2 Batman, the Batman costume I just debuted from Dawn of Justice, some of like my costumes like Apocalypse, and a whole list of other costumes that I've done. Basically, Norman Antonio has basically replicated for me. From making the airbrush, I just debuted Martian Manhunter 2 weeks ago, and basically he can make props. He makes everything. If you ask him, he'll work with you. Norman, his prices for Heroes in Tights, the prices are good. They're affordable. If they're in the range anywhere between, you can range from $100 to $300, depending on what you want, depending on what you need. Norman will work with you. What the cool thing is with Heroes in Tights, if you tell them you want to say do a particular character, you send him pictures and everything, and what he'll do is that he will turn around and make basically a design of what kind of how your costume will look, and then you just go over it with him. Now, as far as prices goes, again, like I said, it can range from 100 to 300, depending on what you're looking to get. He will work with you, so you can make payment installments. The most important thing is sticking to your payment installments. Now, I rate basically any costume maker, prop maker, on the quality of work, the money amount, um, basically communication, um, and once you get the costume, quality. In Norman's case for Heroes in Tights, as far as quality of work, is really good. I give it definitely a high like star, like 4 stars. If we're going on a rating of from 1 to 4, I give the quality of the costumes 4 stars. Communication, definitely 4 stars. If you don't hear back from him, he will return and contact you within a matter of 24 hours, no more than 48 hours, unless he's away on vacation. And normally he'll let you know. Um, basically, uh, let's see. We talked about costume wise, communication, finances, quality of the costume. Like I said, he does really great quality. He does a lot of airbrushing. He can do whatever you want. And in this means, if he can make it work, he'll make it work for you. And he'll give you designs and he'll keep you updated. What's so great about Heroes in Tights? I find that when you give good quality workmanship, you have good communication skills with me, as far as communicating with me, let me know how the costume is coming, I will break my neck to do more business with them. And in Norman and Heroes in Tights, I've done just that. And we've had a good working relationships. You might have seen my costume for the Man of Steel. It was inspired from the Man of Steel that I showed off on Heroes of Cosplay in the season finale, and I was wearing it on stage with Yaya Han. That was one of my costumes. And like I said, some of my really top tier costumes have come from Heroes in Tights. So again, if you want to learn more about Heroes in Tights, you can go to the YouTube, I mean, not the YouTube page, I'm sorry. See, anything can happen live. You can go to the Facebook page under Heroes in Tights, and you just contact Norman Antonio. And again, if you have more questions on anything that you want to know about Heroes in Tights, just PM me or contact me on Facebook. Now, the next cosplay prop armor maker I'm going to talk about that I would highly recommend to a lot of you is Nightmare Armor Studios. Nightmare Armor Studios is founded by Sid Garrett. And the funny thing with Sid, I met Sid. I was a fan of Sid's work. We're talking about maybe 6-7 years ago when he appeared on G4 channel. Now, a lot of you don't know what G4 is. Back then, when G4 was really big and at its height, it was the premier video game channel that everyone went to, checked out all the newest video games. You had Loud Trainer Playground. You had all these other great shows. And basically, they did a story on Sid and Nightmare Armor Studios, and he was showing off his Halo armor, which at that time, and I still am, I was an avid fan of Halo. And basically, I wanted to own a Halo armor suit. Well, I went out of my way to contact Sid because I was really interested. And then Sid started opening up an array of catalog of a lot of different armor suits. Basically, I end up liking a lot of his suits and a lot of the work he's done. His work is like flawless. A lot of the armor suits are made of resin. They're not heavy. Think of it like wearing football armor. For those who, especially the big guys out there who wear football equipment in the past, or you played any kind of sports, even young ladies that's played sports and wearing equipment, it's just like wearing that. His equipment is comfortable. And so with Sid, I was able to work alongside with him. He saw how serious I was about investing into his armor suits. Now, I will say this. Sid's armor suits are not, how can I say, they can be affordable, but he will be able to work with you as far as paying installments. If you're committed to only one of his suits, then he will work out a nice little deal with you, and making payment plans. But you have to be committed because he has a lot of orders that he takes, and so in doing so, he puts together slots. So if you're paying off a suit, his suits can range from anywhere from 7 to 1,000 or a little bit more, but you get what you pay for. And the quality of his work has been outstanding. I have debuted a lot of his armor suits. I've owned up to like maybe almost 10 of his different armor suits I've owned, or parts and pieces. He also does that too. He does individual pieces, and he will work on the prices with you. Right now, we're working on a couple different projects right now as we speak. Sid's work has been seen in Electronics Gaming Magazine. It has been seen on different TV programs. One of the armor suits that I own that I love to this day, and is one I have a fondness for, is two different armor suits I have a strong fondness for, which is my Gears of War armor suit and my 40K Warhammer, which I basically modified into making a 40K Warhammer. And again, his stuff is quality. Nightmare Armor Studios work is quality, top tier quality work. He will also be able to work it out where if you don't want to paint it and all, he can send you like a raw casting and all, but Sid will work with you. And like I said again, if you're talking about price range, as long as you're committed and you want a specific suit, right now he's doing these amazing Fallout suits. And if you're looking to commit yourself to this, he will work with you on the price and everything. And again, the quality of work is great. So as far as I would rate Nightmare Armor Studios, again, I rated a 4 because, again, if I had my way, I would rate it even higher. But if you're talking about a scale from 1 to 4, I rated a 4. Communications, excellent, definitely a 4. Quality of work, excellent, give it a 4. Price range, you get what you pay for. So remember, when I say you get what you pay for, you're going to get what you pay for. Mostly anybody that I review, I'm always going to tell you. So the quality of work that you've seen me wear and stuff like that, people always ask me, who makes my costumes? Do I make my own costume? And like I said, again, I've collaborated with Nightmare Armor Studios. I've collaborated with Heroes in Tights. The whole idea is to be able to perfect that costume and to take it to the next level. So that's what I do with these costumes. And then doing so with Nightmare Armor Studios and Heroes in Tights, they're the very first two companies I've worked with in the beginning of my cosplay career that basically expanded out. And in doing so, I've had some of the best costumes under those two companies, Heroes in Tights and Nightmare Armor Studios. So again, I highly recommend for Sid Garrett. Again, Nightmare Armor Studios, you can check out his Facebook page under NAS. He has special deals. He'll have special different little things going on for basically if you want to get certain armor suits and all, he can work out some deals with you. He can have some specials going on. So, and like I said, to be a part of the Nightmare Armor family, it means a lot because, like, again, my work, because of Sid and his work, has put it out there. I've been in magazines and all, cosplay magazines, because of the armor suits, and a lot of it has to do with Nightmare Armor Studios. Same with Heroes and Tights. A lot of my top tier costumes have been through Heroes and Tights. And again, you always try to take it to the next level. Now, with that being said, I have made my own props and I have made my own costumes. And again, these are two prime examples of great companies that I've worked with, and I highly recommend you guys do too. So we got that covered. The next thing we're going to talk about is, and just to let you guys know, every month, once a month, I'm going to be doing live streaming, whether it's via Facebook or YouTube, on reviews of cosplaying and prop makers. These two are the first two, because these are the very first two I've ever worked with, Heroes and Tights and Nightmare Armor Studios. So again, it's very important that everybody knows all the different people I work with, but I'm going to be giving reviews every time of different companies, different people, every month, two at a time. And it's going to be honest. Again, my reviews are not to slam anyone or anyone's company. So if you're looking for someone to slam, I'm not the one to do that. I'm about, even if the work is not 100%, whether it's an area of communication and all, I'm not going to downplay them, but I am going to be honest with you guys, because I want you guys to get top quality work and be able to get what you pay for. Now, moving on to the next subject. We are going to talk about some upcoming Comic-Cons that I'm going to be appearing at. Some of the Comic-Cons I'm going to be appearing at in the upcoming weeks, including some events. You have the Camden Comic-Con, which is coming up next weekend. On that same weekend, you have the Cosplay Prom. The Cosplay Prom is from J1 Studios. And again, it's a great opportunity if your girlfriend or your boyfriend and you want to get them in costume. It's a great opportunity to have fun. Me and my wife go. This is the second to third year, and we've been having a lot of fun. We're the poster kids, so I highly recommend you guys go out there. Another event besides the Camden Comic Con, you have Amazing Con, which is coming up around the weekend of April 15th, and they're going to have great guests, and it's going to be a lot of great retro guests and great contests and everything. I'll be there the entire weekend. The following one after that is the Great Philadelphia Comic-Con. I'll be appearing with the Philadelphia Power Rangers. And again, you're going to have great guests. I'm going to be doing a lot of different things. You're going to have basically a lot of surprises. I'll be debuting a lot of great costumes there. And I'll be doing new updates next month on updating whatever next Comic-Cons I'm going to be doing next. I don't want to say right away, if I'm not announced for it yet, I'm not going to say, oh, I'm going to be there, and I don't end up being there. I don't want to disappoint anyone. One of the other things I'm working on right now, I'm hoping everyone gets a chance to check out. We just finished debuting the Deep End Episode 2, No Way Out, which is the continuation of Judge Dredd series that was based on the movie, working with Sunnymead Films out in the UK, Oliver Hemmendale, and my buddy Jason Prieston out in Australia, working alongside with them. We are going to start filming again later in the summer. Also, we will be starting to film Trek Isolation. Trek Isolation, we've had a couple little stallments and all because we've been trying to get it together. We're trying to do it right. We're trying to do the story right, myself and Dave Turner. So we're working very hard for you guys and making sure we put out some quality stuff, working with John Broughton for Farragut Forward and Starship Farragut. So we got a couple of different surprises coming, but a lot of people don't realize it takes time when you're filming, and especially when you're in post. So these things, even though we're saying it's going to come out, it's going to be coming out in this time and everything, sometimes it doesn't work that way. So we just have to go with the flow, and we try to have it ready on point. One of the other things, other films I'm going to be working on, I'm going to be working on a couple different short films. So some of the people I'll be contacting on the side or PM, and because they have great cosplays that I want to infuse into the films and all. And so in doing that, we get to show off certain people's work and being able to also do some more films and all. People have asked me also about the Legacy series, the Doctor Who Torchwood series that we started with Brian Terranova and myself started. We are looking to probably be filming. We're just taking a little bit of hiatus. People have been really wanting it to come back. So right now we're just kind of waiting on a couple things. You know, as life, life has a lot of different twists and turns, and you want to be able to make sure you give quality stuff to the fans, and that's important. So I mean, again, we got a lot of film projects about to come up. I'm going to be reaching out to people and asking them if they want to be extras, if they want to have a walk-on role, anything is possible. Again, I'm looking to do some major film shorts in celebration, a tradition of people like Bat and the Sun and my buddy Shannon Newby's company, Out the House, uh, Chris Norelli's Blinky Entertainment, my buddy Lou Klein, my buddy China McRoy. Again, these are people that inspired me to start doing films in the first place. And now I'm trying to do more better quality films. Working with my buddy Brian Lessick, we're doing some writing on some upcoming news stories that we're working with. Together Brothers Productions, the company is going well. We have been like just working hard, just trying to put out good quality. At the same time, just not putting out any old thing, but we're putting out good quality films. Um, so the other thing I want to have for anyone out there, but again, this is my first time putting stuff together here. I want to have a Q&A with some of you guys out there. So for all intents and purposes, if you want to ask me any questions, I see a couple of viewers on here. If you want to ask me any questions, hit me up on Facebook PM and ask me, because again, I'm still learning the system, and it's kind of crazy because when you're on here, you learn a lot of different little things and all, and I'm just kind of like, wow, I'm trying to make this thing a little bit brighter, so when we're doing this, it's going to be a lot brighter next time, and I'm learning as I go. Hold on, let's see, uh, let's see. I'm gonna see if I can say. See, I'm trying to see if the chat thing is open. I see like a lot of people are viewing it, which is great. So thank you guys, thank you definitely for the support. I'm trying to see if someone wants to ask, if anyone wants to ask any questions. Um, Again, like I said, you can go to Google Chat. I'm on Google Chat right now. And again, if you can't and you want to reach out to me, you can try to reach me on Facebook PM, and I can answer any questions you guys would like to know. And I know. Again, Connie, thank you. I'm trying to make it a little bit brighter. Uh, thank you. Oh, okay. Here comes the questions now. I'm trying to make it a little bit brighter for the next time. Again, this is to improve. Let's see here. I'm in the control room. Um, Again, I hope you guys are enjoying this. Like again, I'm learning as I go. Uh, and when you're live, anything is possible. Uh, Again, I hope you guys can see me and all that stuff. I'm trying to just make this thing work here. Okay. Yeah. Anyhow, so ask any questions you like. This is the opportunity. And in the meanwhile, while you guys are thinking about what you want to ask, again, I want to thank you guys all for the strong support that you guys have been showing both on Facebook. I'm on Twitter and on Instagram. They're showing a lot of love. One of the other things I also want to address is a lot about body shaming, bullying when it comes to cosplay. Basically, I've said this before, and I'll say it 1,000 times. When it comes to cosplaying, um, All right, Connie, we'll work on the mecha. When it comes to cosplaying, um, basically, I feel that okay, here we go. Here we go. I feel that when you're cosplaying, uh, hold on, you guys want more lights, huh? Oh man. Okay. Thank you, Shen. Basically, I'm trying to get it more lit. Let me try something here. Hold on. Let's see. We can get it more lit in here. Let's see. Whoa. Okay. I don't know if that's even. Oh, I don't know if that's better or not, and if that's better for you guys or not. But I'm working on it. Um. Hey, wait. There we go. Okay. As I said before, this is the first time, so like I said again, I thank you guys for the support in putting this together and stuff. And again, if you have any questions, um, just ask me here. Uh, Again, if the chat, I try to hit you guys up on chat, but it's looking like everyone is hitting me up on PM, which is great. So ask any questions you like. This is an opportunity of a lifetime. Um, I'm going to be going back and forth since I got a split screen here, and which is cool. My split screen is letting me know who wants to ask questions. Connie, to answer your question about Mecca, yeah, one of the other things. Shout out to my girl Connie Mecca. She is like the queen of when it comes to mech suits and everything. One of the things I'm going to be doing later this year, working with Connie, Johnny Menendez on some special mechs. We did it for RetroCon. A lot of people responded well to it. I did Get a Robo last year, and it went over really well. And God, okay, see, I'm trying to adjust to the light here. There we go. Maybe that'll work. Basically, um, a lot of people really enjoyed. I'm trying to move the camera. Everybody really enjoyed the mechs. Mike Hemme and myself and all, and it went over really well. So we're going to do a couple different things, and so like I said, I'm really looking forward to. Let's see who else has a question here. Let's see. Okay, I'm asked the question, what do I prefer, Eva or resin? Well, I prefer Eva because one is great working with. It's easier to manage. It's easier to wear. Now, I do like resin. Depending on what the suit is, if I prefer resin, I prefer Eva foam because of the fact that as I'm getting older and I've been doing this cosplay thing for a long time, I find it a lot easier, more maneuverable. You lose a lot more weight too quickly because it's insulated, so it's trapping the body, your body weight, so it's making your heat go down in your body and stuff. It's comfortable. It's easy to pat. When I wear resin suits, a lot of my armor suits, for example, from Nightmare Armor Studios, the resin suits I love because they're sturdy, they're durable. I wore it in one or two of my films I've done, and also working with Blinky Entertainment, wearing one of my Nightmare Armor suits. I find it durable. I find it's basically it's like apples and oranges because in Eva foam it has a lot of pluses, very few minuses, and the same with resin. So, but if I had to choose, I would choose Eva because of the fact it's more comfortable for me and it just makes more sense for me. But again, if someone gave me a resin suit that was something I really wanted to cosplay, yeah, you damn right I'm going to wear it and all because I love the art of cosplay and I love the art of how it looks. So Eva foam, you're finding a lot of great talent out there, and I'm going to be talking about upcoming reviews that have a lot of talent that can sculpt and everything else with Eva foam, but also you can do the same thing with resin. So that's to answer your question out there. Basically, I would really recommend that if you're going to be cosplaying in advance, you want to go out Home Depot, Lowe's, or any True Value. You want to make sure you're well stocked on a lot of foam, whether or other materials that you need, hot glue, cut out paper like pattern paper. You want to make sure you have a lot of stuff in stock. because the hell of the thing about it is when you're running low. Right now, I'm working on 3 or 4 different projects. That's why I kind of moved the laptop a little bit, because I didn't want you guys to see what I got coming up next. But working on like 4 different projects, and some of them I'm working with ABS right now. I'm working with resin. I'm working with Eva. So I'm working on 4 to 5 different projects, and it's crazy because you're learning how to work with these materials. And then I've had people like Johnny Menendez I'm sitting down working with. I work with Nightmare Armor Studios. I work with all these other great companies and learning the craft to try to better myself, still having help from them, but trying to better myself as a prop maker. And I've kind of even surprised myself on a lot of stuff I've done. So again, it's important that you guys go out. Like when I go to Home Depot or True Value, I don't see tools. I don't see regular everyday stuff we use in the house. I see, wow, I can use that for my gauntlets. I can use this for weapons. I can make something out of this. I can make something out of that. So that's all I see when I go to these spots now. Before it used to be all just a hardware store. Now, or tools. You want to make sure you have a lot of tools. Your Dremel is efficient for everything that you're doing with props. Dremel tools, sander. You want to have these tools. It's very important that you have these important tools and stuff. What else do I recommend? Again, it's important that also you stay as much fit as you can. Doesn't matter if you're heavy, doesn't matter if you're thin. You want to be in the best possible shape, because when you're wearing your costumes, you're going to be doing a lot of movement. It's a lot of work. It can drain you real quickly. But it's important that you enjoy wearing it. Let's see what other question we have. We have another question here. 3D printing. Yes, 3D printing. The question is, what about 3D printing? Would you have worn a 3D printer helmet? Yes, I would in a heartbeat. I'm pretty much open to wearing anything. 3D printing is something that I would love to tackle later on in the this upcoming year. I've seen a lot of great work, and a lot of great people I know have worked on using the 3D printer. So that if that gives us a little bit of more of an edge, yeah, by all means. Once I learn it, it's like it's going to be anything is possible. But yeah, I would definitely wear a 3D printing hat. Matter of fact, there are some items and there's some props I have wore through 3D printing, through friends and prop makers, who I will be talking about in the upcoming months. Some of the people I will be talking about, like Sean Shaw, Johnny B, Connie Mecca, Bryn Londo. Who else am I going to mention? Mike Hemming, Mike Hagee. These are some of the people I'm going to be reviewing and talking about. One of the most controversial, I guess you can call costume makers, I will be discussing on my review in the upcoming weeks is Jester, because there's been a lot of talk about Jester. I've debuted 2 of his cows and stuff, so I'm also going to review that and give my honest review. Also, some upcoming new prop makers like Rebirth MXD, and again, he's amazing. He's amazing. So I'm going to be talking about all these great prop makers: Sean Cho, Kurt Struess. Again, great costume makers, great prop makers. I'm going to be talking about all of them and doing a lot of reviews on them. So again, these are going to be honest reviews. This is not about slamming anyone. It's talking about what you guys want out there and what you guys are looking for. Some of the places that I recommend, if you don't have time to work with a costume maker and you're just trying to get a quick fix and all, which one of the couple of places you want to go to is Cosplay Sky. Cosplay Sky, Etsy is another one that you want to check out. And all, they have a lot of great stuff. Let's see what the next question is here. Hold on. Let's see. Where is my next question? The next question. Paprika. I always say that wrong. Procura or hand pattern. Perfect or original art styles. Well, let's see. I I had a couple different designs that were fashioned from Pecura, and the work was extraordinary. Um, I'm pretty much open to anything. So if it's something I haven't tried before, I'm open to try it. And for all you out there, if you're looking to try something new that you haven't done in cosplay before, try it. You could only know if it doesn't work for you, And I've learned that when I tried new things or recommended through friends and all, I've learned that when I've done it like that, I've surprised myself, and I found an easier way to do stuff. And again, the work out there is great. A lot of people do a lot of great work out there. So again, I try to, and I admire a lot of these great prop makers and costume makers. One of my real good friends, he's like family to me, Dale Harvey. Dale works. I mean, he started out doing little small stuff, working on armor, fashioning with Nightmare Armor Studios, and making his own style of armor and all. Now he's like blowing up and doing all these great pieces and stuff. For example, I'm a big fan of the Division video game, and a lot of people out there are. Dale did this awesome, amazing prop antenna watch and all, and it was part of my cosplay and all. And again, once you start learning how to fashion and you learning new styles and techniques, and you come in and you bring it into the cosplay realm that you're doing, it really makes a difference and all. And before you know it, you'll be making props that you never thought you could make. So again, these are like important things that I love. I definitely love. Um, Again, when you're cosplaying, it's a lot of fun. I don't. A lot of people ask me all the time, do I do it for compete? Do I do it to um, get cos famous? I don't believe in the idea of cos famous. I believe in the idea that if I'm a cosplayer and people like my work and people want to see me on TV or people want to see me in a film, then I'm doing something right. I'm doing it the right way. If I'm out there inspiring others and I'm not trying to overshadow anyone, I think that's great. I have a problem with people just trying to cosplay because they're on the bandwagon and they're trying to get famous because they're trying to be cosplaying and being famous as a cosplayer. And what I mean by that is they're not doing it for the love. They're not doing it. They're not doing it for the love and having fun, or doing it to inspire others. They're doing it because I want to be famous. Again, if everyone has their own agenda when it comes to cosplay. I just personally feel that if you're going to cosplay, do it because you're a fan, do it because you have fun. And again, I don't care who you are. I don't care how well known you are. It's important that when someone is wearing a store-bought costume or a high-end costume, you give them the same courtesy and respect as you would if you're wearing a costume. I have issues when people, and I've seen it throughout on the internet, even for myself, people downplaying other people's cosplays, or you got some people who are just being idiots that just want to diss other people's cosplays just because they got nothing else better to do. They want to troll. And my answer to that is, and I'm telling you all now, delete. It's a simple button on your computer. Delete. You delete them. The reason why you delete them is because you don't have time for it. Why get caught up and give this person more airtime and saying, "Oh, I can't believe this person wrote this," and then you photocopy it onto your page? You shouldn't have to do that. Your work speaks in volumes. The people that matter, the people that really cosplay, and the most important thing, as long as you enjoy it and as long as you're having fun with it, that's the most important thing. I can see now I'm coming in more clearer, so I'm going to try to be as close as possible. Okay, so that's the most important. Whoa, there we go. That's the most important thing. You want to be able to enjoy cosplaying. You shouldn't have to be stressed out by cosplaying and you're worried about what other people think. Screw what other people think. What's important is what you think, and if you like it. Now, I'm not saying that everyone's going to have a perfect costume. Only you know if you're not having a perfect costume. When you're out there on the cosplay floor, to everyone else, you got a stellar costume. To you, you know the flaws on it and all. Don't be hard on yourself. Have fun with it. That's what the whole idea of cosplaying in the first place is about. It's not a matter of getting notoriety and getting all this. It's great. Your peers will love it because the fact that you got the right attitude. And again, I've said this 1,000 times. It doesn't matter your sex, age, gender, whether you have disabilities or not, whether whatever size you are, whatever color you are. If you're going to cosplay, cosplay to have fun. Not for anything else but to have fun. And that's the bottom line, because again, if you're doing it for other means other than inspiring others or helping others or trying to get out there to do something helpful, and again, I have an issue about that. I have an issue about that. And no, I'm not talking about you, certain person out there. I'm just saying overall, this is how I feel on the cosplay topic, because I have been asked this. Um, how do I feel about color cosplay? I don't have any thoughts on it because I don't care. I cosplay characters that I want to cosplay. And whether or not person says, oh, that black guy or that guy, that Samoan looking dude, I don't care. What I care about is, do I feel good about it? Yes. Do I have fun with it? Yes. And that's all that should matter. There are a lot of great cosplayers I've seen on the POC boards, the Armor Core pages. I've seen them on all different pages and all. And I think all these cosplayers have my total respect. You have even more of my respect that you're doing it for fun. You're not doing it to get acknowledgement that you're trying to get famous or you're trying to outdo somebody, because again, it doesn't matter to me. I have fun. The way that you look at it is, as a cosplayer, when you can turn around and people want to come out to you and want to have you appear or want to have you featured or want to have you doing stuff, and because you have the right attitude, you're not looking down on no one, that's the most important thing. When you try to basically help everybody as you can with no hidden agenda, that's the payoff. That's when it comes down to just having fun. Again, I think it's great that a lot of you guys compete in costume cosplay contests. I've hosted and judged those contests. And again, I've always tried to tell everyone, have fun doing it. It's not a matter if you win or lose, because at the end of the day, we're all winners when it comes to cosplay. I don't get caught up in that kind of stuff, and neither should you guys. People ask me what makes me work as the cosplay. How is it that I'm doing these shows? Because I don't have the attitude of I need to be famous and all this stuff. I've already established myself as a pro wrestler, as an actor. I've done all this stuff. This is something that I love to do. The reason why I'm already out there is because I've worked hard, not just as a cosplayer, but just as an entertainer. I have a lot of fun doing this. And I always pay respect to the people that have helped me throughout my career, throughout my cosplay, from the prop makers to the costume makers. And I always try to acknowledge great cosplayers. One of the top cosplayers that I want to definitely acknowledge is my boy, Michael Nightmage. Michael Nightmage, I always use him as an example because we've had a lot of fun working back and forth. He's a big inspiration to a lot of people. And again, he does a lot behind the scenes, and a lot of people don't know. If you don't believe me, check out Nice Page's page. He's another great cosplayer. You have Alley Cat Cosplay, another one that is a great cosplayer. Her work is gorgeous. I love her work. Her work is amazing. Anytime she's posting something and she's working on a new prop and all, I'm like, okay, I got to give her props. Oh my God. And there are a lot of other great cosplayers out there that like Lady J Cosplay. That's my homegirl out there, and she's always trying to inspire others as well. And again, I want to be talking about different cosplayers throughout my different reviews within the time period. And again, these are people that I have a lot of respect for. These are people that are inspiration. My buddy Robin Johnson Jr. is another one. Great costume designer. He basically, physically, when you see this guy in a Superman costume or Batman costume or Dragon Ball Z, this man emotes what cosplay is all about, and he has a lot of fun. And again, there are a lot of great cosplayers out there that I'm going to be acknowledging. And again, you guys are the reason why I try to always step it up and make sure that I'm on point. And again, everybody out there that's cosplaying, just make sure you have a lot of fun, you help out each other. The most important thing also I want to acknowledge is the photographers. There are a lot of great photographers out there. Adam J, my boy Lamont from Serious Photo, Paige Hammermill, A lot of great photographers out there. My boy Miguel, a lot of great photographers, and thank you guys and a whole list of other photographers for making us look good. I'm going to be talking about you guys as well, talking about reviews and all. So we are 10 minutes out. We got maybe 10 more minutes. If you have any questions, again, seems like the group chat thing is acting up on Google here on the side. So if you can't seem to get the question asked, go to my Facebook PM on my page, my personal page, and ask any questions. So far, a couple people have been asking questions. It's great. I'm going to be doing more of these in the upcoming month. My next one is going to be sometime next month. I'm going to give you guys a better heads up. I'll be able to control this better and do better with the lighting. I guess I'm coming in a little bit more brighter now. At least I know I had to be right up close. Again, some of the things, again, I'm going to be discussing. Again, I highly recommend you guys for Heroes in Tights and Nightmare Armor Studios. Again, go to their Facebook pages, check them out. Couple of the Comic-Cons I will be appearing at. Kindom Comic-Con, Cosplay Prom, Amazicon, and Great Philadelphia Comic-Con. And in the month of May, we're going to be talking about Free Comic Book Day. We're going to be talking about AC Boardwalk. We're going to be talking about Space City Con. We're going to be talking about all these other great events that are coming up and great cosplayers. Again, I want to thank everyone out there. Also, I want to be able to discuss films and everything else, not just fan films, but superhero films and all. People have asked me, and I've been back and forth on the Superman versus Batman, and I have been asked. I wrote down some questions earlier. I have been asked, what is my take on Superman versus Batman? Personally, I'm a Man of Steel fan, and I am a Superman versus Batman fan. I love the movie. There were a couple points that could needed some work, but all in all, great movie. I definitely feel that Lex Luthor can need some work, but all in all, the storyline, you have to take into consideration they're taking 3 to 4 different stories and compiling it into one. They did the same thing with the Avengers, same thing with Captain America, Iron Man. Ben Affleck killed it as Batman. I thought he was amazing, and getting the chance to meet him last week was really cool. And so, that just, like I said, that just sent it home, and he really bought it. Henry Cavill did a great Superman, of course, and people got hung up on the whole, when he destroyed the city and all. Let me just take you all back years ago, like a couple decades back. Remember when Incredible Hulk used to bust through a door or a wall and with slippers on, and he would just breathe on everyday bad guys? The same with Captain America and Wonder Woman and all. Now we have these episodic battles that you will see from right out of a comic book come into life. So when people, I tend to get a little mad when people sometimes I feel get spoiled, because a lot of these people that are making these comments and dogging out the film, instead of keeping an open mind saying, okay, there's some pros and cons about the film, instead they just want to completely shut up. Oh, it was horrible. It was this, it was that. Just take into account that we didn't have this over 10 years ago. We wouldn't have something like this, where we have Superman versus Batman. You got Civil War coming out. You got the Avengers, Justice League coming out next year. You got The Flash. You got Arrow on TV. You got all these things that we never had 10 years ago or 20 years ago. We might have had one superhero show, and Smallville was the one that everyone watched because that was the only thing that we got a chance to catch out there. So, again, again, it's one of those kind of things that I say, keep an open mind when you're looking at these films and comic book shows and everything else. Daredevil, great show, great season this year. I had a great time watching, enjoyed it. Can't wait for Luke Cage. Looking forward to Civil War. Again, enjoy these films, enjoy these TV shows. Keep it on mind. Don't be so opinionated out there where you can't allow yourself to enjoy it. If you can enjoy reading the comic book, you can enjoy reading, seeing this on live on TV. Not everyone. There's no such thing as a perfect comic book movie or TV show. There's no such thing. If that was the case, everybody be in harmony, but it ain't the case. So, again, just try to respect each other's opinion. I don't care who you are. You're not going to change a person's opinion. If that's how they feel about a movie or a show, that's how they feel. You can talk about your viewpoint and say, this is how I feel on it. And hopefully that person that you're discussing it with keeps an open mind and you guys can discuss it. But if you're just saying, no, 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 I don't want to hear no one else's side of this, then again, then it's pointless. And I've learned that you can't just say, well, this is how I feel on it, and not hear another person's side of point of view. You have your say, they have their say, and maybe y'all can reach an agreement. With that being said, again, go see these movies, enjoy it, go in with an open mind, don't worry about these critics. Critics are paid to check out these movies. And in my opinion, I think they get paid to give bad reviews and all, but that's just my opinion when it comes to certain films. Not just Marvel, not just DC, just films in general. But that's my whole hang up and opinion on that on another time and day, place. And again, I want to thank everyone out there for for my first live streaming. Again, great questions. I'm going to do some advanced questioning in case I can't get you guys on live streaming, and so I can answer some questions. Again, thank you all for my very first live streaming. You guys have been great. You guys have been really, very, very much supportive. I'm hoping we're going to be doing more. Make sure you guys tune in for Legends of Tomorrow coming out tonight. Venture Brothers season finale is coming up soon. Flash in another 2 weeks. All these other great films are about to come out. Civil War is next month. They're coming up in May. I'm excited about it. You got Doctor Strange. You got Rogue One coming up. A lot of great horror films. If you get a chance to check out Baskin, for all those people who love Hellraiser, love those kind of really gothic epic films, check out Baskin. To just check that out. Great film, great horror film. And again, I'm going to be reviewing next month 2 to 3 more new prop and costume makers that I've worked with. And also, I'll be letting you guys do another Q&A. Thank you guys for definitely for some of these good questions. And most importantly, this weekend, Walking Dead, my boy Negan finally makes his appearance. So get ready for Negan for all the Walking Dead fans out there, because I can't wait to see my boy do his thing. And again, thank you guys so much. If you want to find out any more information or see any new updates or any of my cosplays, check out my Twitter page, which is the Smoke 000, my Instagram page, which is the Smoke 007, of course, my YouTube page, the Smoke 007, and of course, my fan page, which is the Smoke. I have the Armor Core page, the Together Brothers page. We have the Trek Isolation page. So I have a whole bunch of pages that you guys can go to. And again, make sure you go out and support these great Comic-Cons that are coming up. The Camden Comic-Con, the Cosplay Prom, which is coming up next weekend with the Camden Comic-Con. AmazeCon, which is coming up. Great Philly Comic-Con. And again, thank you guys for the support on the fan films and everything else. And I'm looking to talk to you guys next month. And again, thank you all. You guys are awesome. Peace, and I'll see you guys on the con floor.